Hello world, how's it going? Hope you guys are all doing great. If not, as always, I hope it gets better for you. So I'm here with JH Aquatics. We're just hanging out here, getting ready to go on an expedition. I'm actually standing on a big rock, but check it out. We're gonna head back this way. We're gonna go see what's in here. He's done a couple videos of it on his channel, so go check that out. People really enjoyed those. He went and caught some guppies. There's shrimp back here, there's gobies, and all kinds of other stuff. But we actually brought a tank. You can see it right there. We're gonna do some aquascaping too, kind of like a little biotope scape. And
fun, yeah.
I think that'll be fun just to see what I come up with and what we can make and just get inspired by Mother Nature. And
sounds like fun to me.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Out here that we'll see. I just want to get back in here where it's a little bit, the water's actually flowing because I don't know, I'm surprised that with the rain that okay, I got that net. Got the two little nets. Fun part would be trying to catch some stuff. Let's see, normally I'm kind of looking for gobies. And they're fast too, like you come up on them, they dart off really quick.
All right, so this is pretty cool here. Looks like we found some wild Bacopa. I'm not sure what kind it is, but like most aquatic plants, it does like to grow more out of the water. It's pretty cool how it's just draping over the rock. Talk about a little inspiration there. Really, really beautiful plant. Let's get close. Anybody knows what that is or wants to guess, hit up the comments. Let us know.
Did you see the flowers?
But absolutely beautiful. You got some flowers over there?
Flowers.
Looks like the wasp really like it too. A couple wasps all over the place here. They're flying. Let's see the flowers. Here's one of the flowers. That could probably help with ID. It kind of looks like monterey, but it's a little thinner. Nice little grass in between here too.
Look at how it runs.
That just kind of looks like crabgrass.
Check out this angle over here.
So this is cool too. It's actually running up underneath the rocks. And it flows through and down here and kind of creates a path, cleaning the water. Like a natural biofilter. Absolutely awesome. And then this is pretty neat. There's all kinds of neat foliage over here. I'm not sure what that is. Do you know what that is?
The grass?
Yeah, this.
Oh, I don't know what kind of grass it is.
Then there's even more up here. Now, as far as the substrate for this plant, or where it's actually growing in, there's some rock here, loose rock. Looks like it gets into like some dirty, sandy kind of stuff. Nothing really growing there quite yet, but let's actually look into it and see what's down here. Ooh, some kind of centipede thing. Looks like it's pretty gravelly, sandy. A little mud, sand, dirt kind of composition. Probably had organics breaking down within this, and they're probably feeding off that too, which made it fertile in between the rocks. So it's pretty much kind of like a rocky substrate with old dirt, slight sand mix, not much for like feeling like sand, but the breakdown of organics creating dirt as time goes by within the rocks. It's pretty much all it's feeding it off. Alright, and this is pretty cool too, just right up from the Bacopa. There's this type of ivy, not quite sure what kind it is. Some type of spade leaf. Not really growing in or under the water so much. It likes it on the bank. But I guess underneath here, I do see some new root growth. The white roots under there. And some of these leaves are living underwater. That's got to be new leaf growth too, actually. So actually, this may be able to live underneath the water, JH.
A little bit.
You should try this stuff. You should take a sample and see if that'll grow underwater for you. I bet it will. Because over there it's growing over, or growing under the water and over, stretching itself across. As far as the dirt substrate over here, more sandy mixed with gravel. Let me see composition of it there. This stuff's not as muddy. If it was real muddy, you'd be able to see it more on my palm. So it's more kind of like sand, but like a thick grain of sand. But it's actually just broken down rock. Oh, sorry, leaf. I'll fix you. Try not to disturb as much as possible. All right, here's another nice little patch of Bacopa. This big patch. Hanging out by the pool. Spotted our first fish here. It may be really hard to capture, but you can see it there. Kind of like a minnow. He's in the minnow middle. He'll come back. Got a yellow stripe. You can kind of see him swimming around there. Pretty decent size. I'd say about 5 inches. And I guess they're called mountain mullets. Is that what they're called, JH? You want to tell us a little bit about them?
So yeah, they're actually called mountain mullets. They're found in freshwater and saltwater. They can go back and forth from the ocean to freshwater. And the native people used to actually eat them. They can get up to 12 inches if you actually were to give them a bigger pool of water. And they actually can be edible, but they got a cool little stripe, black and white stripe down their side, kind of like a tetra with a yellow dot right at their tail.
So we're right above where we found those mountain mullets. Right above this, it kind of dribbles down, and then everything kind of collects right here in this pool. As you can see, it's just loaded with algae. I mean, it's just a natural thing. Algae is very, very natural. Helps clean the water. Takes care of all the excess nutrients, organics breaking down. And then this is just like a shrimp haven in here. If we were to get in here and disturb this and go tromping around, we'd probably find all kinds of shrimp. Still have some plants just thriving off this pool as well. So I'm sure they're pulling a lot of nutrients too. And I'm sure a lot of these plants get reset as the storms come through, wash things out. These probably lose some of their footings and then have to, or I would think that would already covered a lot of this around here. But I'm sure that's probably how Mother Nature kind of keeps it trimmed back. That's my guess anyways. Because otherwise I think it would just grow all the way around, because it could. It's got enough substrate. And a little piece breaks off, collects somewhere. Because I know that Bacopa, if it were to get on top of that algae, it could actually grow on top of that algae. And you could outcompete that algae with the Bacopa. Did you find something, Jay?
Right there, the Bacopa is growing right on top, right there in front
of you. Oh yeah, right there. Matter of fact, it's growing right up and through it, kind of using that algae as a media or substrate. So over time, that can outcompete that. And that algae's turning darker too, as you see there. It's not as bright green as over here. It's much more dark. So it might already be working in its effect, taking the nutrients out. And this rock's probably blocking a lot of the nutrients from collecting here too. As it comes down, it's probably getting more pushed in here because it's hard to see with the sun there. But that is nothing but algae all the way down into the depths of that.
You know, it probably looks better. Film you got looks better than what you're seeing.
Here we go. There, I'll turn the saturation up for you guys. Now you guys can kind of see what's going on underneath there. Let's get closer. Yeah, here you can see the bottom's actually just covered with algae. This makes it nice and green and lush. Nature's way. Mother Nature's great equalizer right there. Usually when there's excess of anything, that's Mother Nature taking care of it. Alright, so now we've come up to another nice hole over here. Really cool. Love this huge rock going over. Then there's a huge tree over here that's kind of combined with it. Really unique. And then you got a papaya plant growing right above it. Look at that tree. She's big. Alright, but down here we got a nice, decent sized pool. More of the mountain mullets in it. See swimming there. Absolutely nice clear water. They just breed out in these pools, so they just scatter their eggs about. They just go into whatever cracks or crevices. I'm sure babies can grow up in these little side pools where it's nice and more calm. The water's pretty peaceful. And also in the small pools, you see a bunch of black dots. Those are actually tiny little snails eating off of algae. Now they're kind of like an MTS snail, Malaysian trumpet snail. Tiny little type of cone snail, cone shaped. This pool is absolutely beautiful with the driftwood here sitting in there. It's kind of like just nonchalantly placed by Mother Nature. There's no real organization to it, but it does look nice. Simple. Those fish are absolutely beautiful. It reminds me of a denison barb, but they actually look more checkered than a bright orange and black stripes. I know to some it may just be a minnow, but it's a beautiful fish. Wow, that one's big. It's got to be the mama. See if she was hiding. She's taking her route underneath the branch so she feels safe. Old and wise right there, that fish is. And over here there's actually a small stagnant pool somehow. A little bit of water collecting over here. That Bacopa definitely is growing up underneath the water there. You can kind of see the reflection of it, but most of that is actually underwater. It's like every corner you turn around is absolutely beautiful. More of that Bacopa. Tons of little rocks in between. Little driftwood mixed into the plants as well. Very neat looking. Yeah, I'm still dragging this tank. Now you can't be in the rainforest without a random rain. Gotta get this thing scaped. Alright, now that the rain has subsided, it's time to scape this little thing going. I thought this was a nice spot to do it. LRB style. You know, back to nature. I feel like I'm at home playing in the creeks again. Also, you can see, like, I don't know what kind of grass it is. Reminds me of a crabgrass that you would see from where I come from in Indiana, USA. But it's actually growing up over, it's trying to find space and stretch itself. Trying to spread out. Really cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some substrate here and just use this kind of stuff. Alright, seems like there's clay in there. A bunch of different sized rocks, pebbles, sand like stuff. Fill her up. Alright, got the substrate in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull out some of the bigger chunks. Use them for scaping. Alright, what's cool about the substrate is you still have like little miniature roots, some plants, little leaf there set up already. Make it look a little more natural. Get some snail shells. There's another partial snail shell, just little extra accents that you can use. Alright, so the next step is I grabbed a bunch of rocks, starting from bigger ones, going down to littler size, smaller, smaller, smaller. Now grab a few big ones, medium size of medium ones, and a lot of the small ones. I'm gonna scape this up. Alright, so here's the scape so far, the hardscape. Use the bigger rocks in the corner here. Kind of building it out so it flows down. Filled in the cracks a little bit with some rocks. I didn't have to use much for the small rocks to accent it because the substrate already kind of did it for me. I'm digging it. Alright, so I started adding some plants here. We got that Bacopa. So if you guys want to do this as well in your aquarium, I'd probably recommend Bacopa moneri. There are other types that will grow wily like this for you. Let's keep at it. Alright, so the Bacopa wanted to float everywhere, so I had to pin it down with some rocks. You can see the water is still a little cloudy. Run it up through the front to make some nice contrast in the front of those rocks. And go to the back. Got a little cleanup to do. Then I'm going to add some of this ivy. We're running out of light, so I gotta do it quick. Alright, so here's the tank from the top view thus far. Had it in the ivy type plant with the more broad leaves. Now I'm gonna grab a little driftwood. Dun dun dun. Alright, fiddle farted around a little bit. Got it looking a little better. Alright, so here we have it. We have a 10-gallon aquarium, biotope inspired, from the Virgin Islands up a creek, Fish Bay. We don't have a paddle, but we got a tank. Let's check it out. For this tank, it was mostly inspired by the Bacopa here, a lot of the rocks, and then you get like random pieces of driftwood. Some grass would have probably been cool, doing that up out of the site or something. We still only had so much time and daylight. But I'm loving this tank right now. Here's the top view. So here's some of the ivy we saw earlier in this video. And then as well as a bunch of this Bacopa. A little back shot, side shot, go around the whole thing here, little front tank shot, top shot. Alright, so not a real difficult build, just a lot of bigger rock and then some small rock falling all down, kind of graduating it so it looks more natural. Can't even see, there's actually a big rock that sticks up back here, hangs down, but with the glare and the clarity, you can't quite see it. But I will have another video of another creek system doing the same thing. Hopefully we can get the right light on it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Time to break it down. Alright, so there you have it, a biotope here out in the wild, out in the rainforest jungle. Pretty awesome. I lost my shirt because, well, the rain has just poured on us and just completely destroyed that white
wet
shirt.
And rainy for a while.
Muddy and nasty, but it's been absolutely fun out here. And you got more to show us around here on this island, don't you?
Oh yeah, there's some other cool spots. We're gonna make our way to the other side of the island.
Alright, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna do more aquascaping and more fun. So hope you guys all enjoyed. And if you like this, hit that like button. That'd be awesome. Sharing's always caring. Until next time, everybody. Peace. Have a great one.
Take care.